Welcome to Entrepreneurial Entrails for some short stories on the guts and glories of being an entrepreneur. Hey, it's Elizabeth Plouffe here with you today for Entrepreneurial Entrails and Wise Word Wednesdays. So what's Wise Word Wednesdays about? Well, it is about the fact that I am a crazy obsessive book reader. And over the past 2 years of becoming an entrepreneur, I've been an entrepreneur for, I want to say around 10 years. But anyway, in the past 2 years, as I got serious about it, I really started devouring business books. And I met a great guy earlier this year through my husband who recommended other great books. So it's become a bit of an obsession of mine. So this week, I finally finished a book called You, Inc., which I think I've talked about before, but this is my first sort of evangelistic promotion of this book. And that sounded like a bored yawn, but it really wasn't. I just had to think of the right word. So it's by Harry Beckwith and his now ex-wife, Christine Beckwith. And it's the definitive guide to career and personal success. And I can't even remember why I picked it up other than it just looked kind of fun. You know, it's a little red book. It kind of reminds you of the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff series, or, you know, the books by Mitch Albom, who I read, Albom, the Tuesday with Morrie guy that I read quite a bit. Honestly, I've just finished it this morning, and it's one of the few business books where I actually feel better for having read it. And it's set up in such a way that it's what you might call little message bites, right? So it's set up under different headings. And I'll, here you can, I'm going to have a quick looky here. Sorry, that's me flicking. So it goes under stuff like what people buy. So talking about selling, planning, and preparing. What difference do you make and what to look for exactly, communicating, listening and speaking, relating, attitude and beliefs. And the title for attitude and beliefs is Flying Wigs, Snakes, and Demons. And actually, I'll segue for a second because Flying Wigs relates to this woman who was at a golf tournament. And I'm not sure if I can find, where is it? I'll try and find it. But anyway, she's at a golf tournament and she's going through cancer. And not going through cancer. That sounds like a really happy journey. It's not. My dad had cancer, from me to you. Not a happy journey. She's dealing with cancer. She's beating cancer. And she goes to a golf tournament. She's wearing a wig. And the wig gets caught up by a gust of wind. And I've got to find it. And I'll look for it while we're chatting. And all of a sudden it goes flying off into the green. And she's at a major tournament. And there are some really heavy duty players on the green, and she just decides that this is what it is. I can't change the fact that this has happened, and she goes charging onto the green, and she just delivers this fantastic line. I gotta find it for you, that just completely diffuses the situation. And here we go. So it's under Those Who Laugh. And if you don't mind, I'm going to read a little bit. And it said, life gives us one good reason to laugh every chance we get. No one, after all, gets out of here alive. There is a term for those who live vitally, with passion and humor. It's elan. It's utterly compelling to others. The Italians, too, bestow special praise on people who ignore the weight of life's burdens and live with its lightness. And I love this next thing. They call that quality sprezzatura. And I'm not Italian, so forgive me if that's a schmozzle of that, which translates not quite perfectly into English as nonchalance. In his famous self-help book of the Renaissance, The Courtier, Castiglione contended that sprezzatura is the signal trait of successful people. In his case, the person able to win favor of the members of the royal court. Now, few of us have to worry about that right now, but you never know. Few women, however, feel nonchalant over their baldness. Your first glance in the mirror does not prompt a feeling of sprezzatura. Samson felt weakened by the loss of his hair, but Delilah, without hers, would have felt naked. Feeling slightly naked one afternoon in April 1995, a bald mother flew with her husband and 2 boys to Scottsdale, Arizona. Fortunately, the city was hosting a major senior PGA Tour golf event called The Tradition. My husband's a golfer. I am not. I have no idea if this still exists. Getting out in the sun and seeing her favorite golfers sounded like the perfect compensation for 4 months of chemotherapy and daily looks in the mirror. Day one of the event shone in classic Arizona style, bright, dry, warm, and windy. The four walked down the course to the third tee and took their places on its right side. A few minutes later, 3 of her favorite golfers arrived on the tee: Jack Nicklaus, Raymond Floyd, and Tom Weiskopf. At the moment they arrived, a huge gust arrived too, coming right from behind them. Off flew her hat, which she could live without. Unfortunately, it had taken her wig with it, and was tumbling towards the front of the tee, 15 yards in front of the golfers. Golf galleries are famously quiet, of course, but golf may never have known silence this complete. Over 1,000 men and women stood silent and wide-eyed. The term mortified is perfect. With rigor mortis, a body goes stiff, and hers did. The gallery members' bodies apparently had too. Like witnesses to a car crash, all were gawking, but none were moving. With a deep breath, her body finally relaxed enough. She ducked under the ropes and jogged diagonally toward the front of the tee and her missing hair. When she finally arrived, she reached down, scooped up the hat and her hair, and turned back to the golfers. Somehow, her words just flew out. "Gentlemen, the wind is definitely blowing from right to left." People said the laughter could be heard all the way back to the clubhouse, over 800 yards away. It's a vivid reminder that life goes on. Hardships come, but hardships go, and nothing makes both the peaks more beautiful or its valleys more bearable than humor. And they end it with, "He and she who laugh last." This book has just been fantastic, and I don't care where you are in your career. You could be a CEO, you could be, relatively starting out like me. You could be, who knows where you are. Yeah, this would be fantastic for students as well. But this book not only provided me with inspiration to sort of get through the tough times and what have you, and I'm not a big rah-rah inspiration book kind of girl, but this definitely had that. It also prompted huge moments of creativity where I saw products and services that I was creating as I hadn't seen them before, came up with completely new ones, different ways of messaging, such as I'm creating a thing called Teach Tuesdays. I'm not quite sure if that's the name yet, but we're getting there. And every Tuesday I'm going to share something with you that you should be able to apply to your business to make it better, be it communications or what have you. And one of the things that I learned out of this, we'll slip one in because I didn't do a Teach It Tuesday yesterday, was looking at stereotypes. And for me anyway, what ended up coming out from that, their advice was, remember that whatever you're doing in life, people have perceptions, whatever industry you're working in, whatever job or business you're trying to create. And in my particular case, I'm a consultant. Not a huge fan of that word, but it is what I do. I work with clients to help them with their communications issues or to deliver great events or help them learn social media, deliver workshops, that kind of thing. So I'm temporarily hired, so it's a consultant role. But there are perceptions of consultants, and those perceptions aren't necessarily positive. And I hadn't considered before how I need to remember that when I'm engaging during networking or my messaging through my social media or what have you. And it should always be towards reminding people that, you can't paint all consultants with the same brush. And while there are those who are smarmy and are out to, duke you over, there are those of us who honestly believe in providing good value for service. And this book, You Inc., Harry Beckwith and Christine Clifford Beckwith, honestly, really, I'm pausing because it's just had such an impact that I'm ready to go and buy it. I got it out of the library. That's always my litmus test. I buy it or get it out of the library first, and if it doesn't suck, then I'll go and purchase it because then I know it's worth the investment. And this is one of those books that's absolutely worth the investment. And visited my friend Monica's shop the other day and actually saw it on her shelf. So she's a business book reader as well. It's 300 pages. It's a few hours out of your week to improve your brain and get some new insights. And I can't say enough about it. Love it to death. So I hope you give it a try. If you do give it a try, please come back and visit SoundCloud, or you can go to my blog, which is Across the Desk, or Rub Elbows with MCV Communications. And let me know how it went. Let me know if it helped. Let me know what you got out of it. But that's it for Wise Word Wednesdays. I hope you're having a fantastic day on your business journey, to end with a little rah-rah. And check out You, Inc., The Art of Selling Yourself, The Definitive Guide to Career and Personal Success, Harry Beckwith and Christine Clifford Beckwith. Give it a shot. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.
Got